In January, Lil Wayne sued Cash Money Records and its co-founder Birdman, demanding $51 million and a release from the label. Birdman and his protege Young Thug are now accused of plotting to murder Lil Wayne. Jimmy Winfrey, the tour manager for Young Thug, was accused of the gunshot and detained in May for the incident. Birdman and Young Thug were not charged as of yet. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at how Lil Wayne reveals why Young Thug wanted to kill him. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. Young Thug's halftime music video, in which he references Lil Wayne while brandishing a firearm, is being presented as evidence. According to TMZ, Birdman filed a $50 million lawsuit against Jay-Z entitled for streaming Lil Wayne's Free Weezy album when the accusation became public. Birdman asserts that Cash Money has exclusive ownership over all of Lil Wayne's music. Mike Pachenik of Atlanta's WSB-TV tweets additional information regarding the suspected attempted murder case. "I don't believe he's as spoiled as I am because he's been a millionaire and a superstar since he was 9 years old, and the first thing that doesn't go his way has nothing to do with me. What is worthy, the relationship between Lil Wayne and Young Thug began as a story between a student and a teacher, but everything came crashing down after a few social media arguments went wrong. And before you know it, a shooter was coming for you, and it looks like we might have a winner." Lil Wayne had a personal issue with Cash Money Records in 2014, specifically with the label CEO Mr. Birdman, since Thug was just getting reduced to the label. He found Lil Wayne to be a musical idol. However, he soon found himself caught in the crossfire between the two rap giants, and it appears that he chose Lil Wayne over Birdman. Between a rock and a hard place for quite a while, the album was intended to be published in 2014, but it was released on September 28, 2018. Because of his problems with Birdman, the release of this album was delayed several times. Apparently, Birdman has cheated Wayne on his share of profits multiple times. We're talking millions of dollars here. On top of that, Wayne complained that his creativity was being neglected after a long and exhausting court battle. Wayne finally released his album. "My album has not yet been and will not be released because Cash Money refuses to release it," Wayne said. The second tweet he sent stated, "This is not my fault. I'm truly and deeply sorry to all my fans, but most of all to myself and my family for putting us in this situation." Finally, Weezy let everyone know that he was done with Birdman and his label, saying, "I want off this label and want nothing to do with these people." But unfortunately, it's not that simple. Unexpected by many amid Lil Wayne's difficulties, Young Thug decided to make his life more difficult by implying that his upcoming album would be the Carter 6. Before this, the relations between Thug and Weezy were amicable, but Thug decided to go online and imply that his upcoming album would be titled The Carter 6. For those who don't know, Lil Wayne became the artist he is today off of the Carter album series from 2004 onwards. He's been dropping the Carter albums, and now came with Duggar wanting to take on the legacy of that name. Duggar had nothing but appreciation for coming in with the name for the new album in his eyes, but he was only paying respects to one of the legends of the rap game. And just a couple weeks later, there he was making a name for himself in the rap game, to the point that he was about to take the crown from Lil Wayne and continue his legacy that he started, backed by Birdman. But it was never going to be that simple. Wayne, he wouldn't just go down without a fight. See, even though Thugger had no bad intentions initially, Lil Wayne felt differently, so he fought back. As soon as he heard that Young Thug had intended to name his album Carter 6 and saw the cover, he felt compelled to respond. During one of his live concerts, he called out Young Thug and instructed his audience not to listen to his music. Thug had a response, but it was a bit two-faced. Thug stated that he didn't want beef with Weezy because he was still his idol, but he went on to brag about his album release, knowing he'd anger Lil Wayne despite Wayne's warnings. Thug posted the release date of his upcoming album on his social media and taunted Lil Wayne to attend. He wrote, "Yeah, Consciously is coming out on Friday for the first show in New Orleans. The Meet Me Down video broke me down. As you can see in this video, Thug was with his men and they were all armed and strapped down. He was prepared for battle." Thug did release an album, but it wasn't titled Carter 6 as planned. Instead, the album was released under the name Barter 6 and under the 300 Entertainment label. Thug heard Lil Wayne was about to file a lawsuit to keep the same name, so he changed it to Barter instead of Carter, with B likely standing for blood. Similar music was heard, however, their thoughts on this were somewhat diverse. Young Thug is not even close to Lil Wayne. That's a real GOAT. Sit down. With all due respect to the GOAT, Barter 6 is not superior to Carter 5, but this marks the end of tensions between Weezy and Thug. Despite diss tracks and calling each other out on stage, they clearly had a lot of bad blood between them, and that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.